This is a follower-submitted cake story and is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Traumatizing My Child with Cake? Well, when you put it that way, makes it kind of hard to see as not the astronaut here. OP. It is a follower submission too, so OP, if you're in chat, shout us out if you want to. I fear I may have ruined my toddler's relationship with cake forever. I, female 32, and my husband, male 33, have a female 5 child who we'll call Kip. Kip is super sweet and doesn't throw as many fits as you would expect a child her age to. A few years ago on Kip's second birthday, we tried to introduce Kip to a cake for her birthday. Just a little tiny taste, and she seemed to fall in love with it. Toddlers love cake. It was her favorite thing. As soon as she started talking, she started asking for cake all the time. Hey, I like this kid. A little after her third birthday, we went to my brother's wedding. Part of the family tradition at weddings is shoving the bride and groom's face into a slice of cake. We've had a lot of stories about that. It's a consensual cake attack, not a surprise one. But my husband and I's bright idea was to introduce Kip to the family tradition by softly shoving a little bit of cake into her face, since she loved cake so much. After she saw my brother's face get shoved into the cake, she couldn't stop laughing. Perfect timing, we thought. We went up and took my daughter's cake and very lightly shoved her face into it, thinking the fun would continue. That was a mistake. The laughing instantly turned to sobbing. Everyone at the wedding began staring. All the attention from the bride and groom turned to my screaming, cake-covered toddler, and suddenly, I looked like a monster who had shoved my baby's face into a cake. My husband had inched away as soon as the tears started and left me in the fire. Nice work, Dad. Way to go. He's like, I'm going to let you deal with this. Now, anytime my toddler sees a cake, she has a fit. She screams, she cries, and she wants nothing to do with it. I thought it would be fun for her to participate in the family tradition. I was extremely soft with the cake that had been shoved in her face, so no, it wasn't because she was hurt. She just dislikes having a mess on her face. But I worry I may have ruined my daughter's cake relationship forever. Parenting is making mistakes and learning from them, so I know to never do this again, but am I an astronaut for doing this? The wedding, a public setting, was not the place to do this, probably, to experiment with this. Here's the difference. The family wedding thing and what she saw what her uncle do was consensual. With her, it was not consensual because she's a kid. Now you just like lightly dabbed frosting on her face. That's a different thing. It's embarrassment probably more than anything, and surprise, and probably feeling like she had been betrayed more than anything. Like, I don't know, playing pranks on your kids is a dangerous game because there's this trust barrier, right? Like they trust you with everything. And if you play a prank on them, you risk turning that into a feeling of betrayal. And that is tough. It could be a sensory issue. Alexa, you're right. It could be. Your parents do make mistakes, wrong place to do it. But giving yourself a break, I think, is a good idea. Dawn, I think that is a good point there. Everybody makes mistakes. As long as you're learning from them, I think you're fine. I would be surprised if she had these feelings toward cake forever. Hopefully you've done your best to explain it and continue explaining it over time. Even so much as like watching funny videos of bride and groom with cake smash kind of things. Let her smash a cake in your face. Like do some experiments here to try to make her more comfortable with it or try to move past it. I don't think this is going to be a forever thing. I certainly hope not. So long as you're working towards some kind of solution on it. Parenting, you're right, is screwing up. It is hard being a parent, and a lot of times you will try things, those things will not work, and you learn from them. Every kid is different, right? Now, something that she had an intense love for and now has an intense fear of or aversion to, that sucks. But I think that also makes it more likely that she'll come back around because there are things that she knows she loves about it, right? Tiptoe your way back into it. Try a cupcake. You know what I mean? Tiptoe your way back. One of the confetti cake flavored cookies or something. Like tiptoe your way back that direction. But I think reaffirming the trust and saying, look, we were just trying to be funny. You can do it back to mommy. That's fine. Dad's a little bit of a brozo here for abandoning you right there. That sucks. And making you look like the asshole in front of everybody. That's not cool. That's not the team approach. That's not cool at all. I do not understand though. The example they were showing was that it was a consensual cake attack that they were watching, and then it was not a consensual cake attack with their kid. If they had said, hey, do you want to try this? They would have known right then what her thoughts were on it, right? So maybe having that communication ahead of time. It's a 5-year-old. It's tough to really communicate through that, but at least attempting it. Now you know, though. Now you know. I think it's now just a way that you know with your kid right now, pranks aren't a great idea. Communicate ahead of time. Make sure that she's comfortable with whatever you're looking at doing, and you learned a lesson, a valuable lesson as a parent. Get them worked back into it. Tiptoe your way back. And I wouldn't do any pranks anymore. Make sure that you explain that you thought it was going to be funny, but you won't ever play a prank or do anything like that again. You just have to work your way through it. Work your way through it. Yeah, we've had a lot of stories about how brides are like, do not smash a cake in my face. And then the groom does it anyway. And it's like, well, come what may. Come what may.